She's a
All
little bit.
right. What do you guys want to do as we wrap up? Because it is like 6 minutes to 9.
I
Answer
will
my
say,
question. Is that the red chaos color I think it is?
Huh, what are you talking about?
since Vuzlyn has been managing to like dodge all those, he will like bend down, pick up a shard, throw it into his bag for investigating later,
Oh,
and
yep.
moving. Yeah.
Perfect. Where do you
Okay, what
guys
was
want to
that be?
camp for this for this evening?
Back in the hallway?
Well, I'm about to say, yeah, back to where we rested before, because that was
Okay.
safe as far as we know.
It seems safe, yes.
In the shadow pit?
Actually,
Uh,
I think you were
the
up in the
pit.
office.
Oh, you're
I
right.
think you rested in the office, to be honest, because it
Let's
seemed the
go.
safest place.
Yeah, let's go towards the shadow pit area where we made the jump.
Back here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a proper sit down and rest
Okay.
is a little bit
Or
warranted.
we
So you've got
or we can either go to the shadow room or we can go back to the portal room because that was also fairly safe with the table.
Yeah, but the thing is that
Okay.
we don't want
the
to go
No,
too
no.
question is
far.
Shadow
how
room
do you
had the
plan on
table.
getting back across the pit?
Yeah, that was first question since we cut the rope. Second question is we don't want to go too far because at
Hey
some point
lads,
we're going to have to go through that area.
Well, if we camp in the corner between the pit and the door, we can keep an eye on
yeah.
the idiots from down below in case anything happens there, and keep an eye on the pit because then we will have eyes on both sides with people taking watches.
Yeah,
So
Makes sense.
let's camp in the corner instead.
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get another
Okay.
phone call 1 second.
You didn't answer me, Neil, because Dash was louder than you. Is it that chaos color?
I'm not telling you anything.
Thanks.
This character knows nothing of chaos.
No, but I want to know if it's the same color.
This character knows nothing of chaos.
Fine.
One must know chaos to understand the color of chaos.
Fair. Fair. Alright. Well, my favorite part was the things getting iced. I'm not gonna lie.
That was awesome. I agree.
My other favorite part was Dash going, no, we don't need to yeet the motherfucker. I'm just gonna jump and five bitches and basically pew across the thing. It's like, well, fuck you
Hey, I mean, you gotta show off a little bit here and there. My character may be a sociopath, but doesn't mean he doesn't like to show off.
Oh, I love using Featherfall for things like that. You know, you're doing that. You're at the top of the mountain. You've just defeated the end boss. Everyone is looking at you like you're crazy because you're like kind of celebrating near the edge of the mountain or something, and then you just suddenly look at them like, oh, and by the way, I grabbed the most juiciest of loot. Show everyone, shove it into a pouch, and then dive backwards off of the cliff.
That's a nano
Yeah.
thing to do, not gonna lie.
Yes, it is. Honestly, I could with like the 2024 new rule set, I might be able to get Nano as close as he was from 3.5 if done correctly.
That would be nice to have Nano back because we all love our Nano. Nano is our
But I
bae.
don't intend. But I do not intend to bring him back anytime soon.
Exactly.
But why? He bae.
Because I say
Mm. So what was your favorite part, Dash?
my favorite part. Let's see. I'm debating between three. Cause definitely jumping over the pit was pretty fun. Also, the whole basilisk. I do like the idea of the basilisk though. Just the basilisk appearing out of nowhere. Cause again, it gives me a lot more of an SCP Breach vibe, and I enjoy SCP Breach, but fuck that game. Um, then there's also the room itself with the skeletons just kind of like appearing. Cause at that point, it felt like like in like Skyrim or even Baldur's Gate, where it's that one room like all the undeads just rise
Stand up.
because you messed with something. It felt like that, so I definitely like that. Um, obviously with that healing energy, I'm also getting like the Ender Dragon vibe, where something is continuously healing them. Now, whether it was this orb healing them or not, we don't know yet. So the fact that we have to like take a step back, regroup, recover, replan our attacks a little bit more efficiently this time, since we know what we're up against, and mow through them would be the ideal. And while I do think I have something, I know necrotic energy is not going to do much to them. They're probably going to take like reduced damage from that. So the spell that I want to use would not be handy. With that being said, though, yeah, my favorite part definitely have to be that room with skeletons or undeads.
Undead of indescript nature.
Yes,
They were basically Yuan-Ti when they were
Yeah.
alive.
They're probably just using like their fangs as daggers at this point.
Yeah, more or less. Oh, it fell out. I'm going to still fucking use it.
Perfect.
And improvements?
Yeah. Improvement wise, give me a second. There was one I was thinking of earlier.
Nice.
Honestly,
the pain.
I like the idea of jumping over that shadowy pit, though outside of like just standard spikes and stuff, I would love to see something more like either alive, like a monster down there that we're actively avoiding, or even what I've been expecting and still have yet to come across is a goddamn mimic. Like, we're in a prime area for a motherfucking mimic, and I've still yet to come across one.
First time in
a mimic?
First time in my GMing career, someone has complained about not seeing a mimic.
I'm sorry. This felt like a prime area for mimics to show up, and I've yet to see one. So I don't know if I'm becoming more paranoid or more annoyed that there hasn't been one.
At least both of them have the word annoyed.
Yes. But that's about really it I can really think of. Like, I would definitely like to see. I love the idea of just these roaming creatures that you have, but I would like to see something a little bit more lore-wise against them, like why they're there. Like, I'm pretty sure you have that in mind, but if you don't, I would definitely love to, like, as we start coming across them.
I will give you a hint. I have been giving you guys hints as to what at least one of the bosses is. Actually, I've given you hints to two of them.
Yes.
A Yuan-Ti and a basilisk is what I can understand.
Pretty much.
I
can't
say yay or nay to that. But there was a mention of something else.
Pretty much, hey, you don't have to say yeah or nay. It's pretty much how to code with that.
Exactly. I'm sitting here going, okay, now how do I deal with this? Okay, how do I work this? Okay, is that what I want them to believe? Well, haha. I will be honest, I gave you hints for a third.
But the third part won't be kicking in until a bit later.
I'll be going through my notes here shortly and writing them up. So
yeah, but I definitely like the environment. However, I don't
more
think
roaming monsters
actually,
sort of thing.
No, I mean that right there is up to your choice. There, I have no complaints on that.
I don't have a problem with more monsters and more combat. I'm
trying
to do this how you guys are having fun.
No, what I was going to say
what I like. I like
what I like. I like this corridor, like hallway and stuff like that. Well, Roman monsters, you say yes, but we haven't actually. Well, for one, we actually haven't came across where a monster came to us outside of like that little merchant.
Yeah, the little kobold that you're so confused by.
Yeah, that I may or may not still try to kill, but the little
no killing like kobold.
But like, we haven't actually had any creatures come to us. We've came to them. So like, we're in a hostile area for granted, and there's going to be creatures roaming around. Maybe not all the time, but like, every once in a while, if we're in an area that we have not cleared out or even begin clearing out, definitely would be a good idea to have them like stumble upon us, especially like if we're resting, taking a short rest, long rest, they stumble onto us or something along that level. That would be pretty nice. it keep our characters on our toes and force us to use our resources, especially if we like build like makeshift traps around the area, just to make sure
I'll
that we
get
can
that.
take a proper long rest.
I see what you mean. Definitely, that's what I was
Yeah.
hoping to go for with this. Like I'm doing
Use our
random encounter
resources,
rolls
Dash!
because it's fun. I'm
Mhm.
I'm kind of sort of keeping track of rations, but not as deeply as some people might. Like I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh, you're starving. Roll a Constitution save at -37" or some stupid shit like that.
But that could be an ideal. That could be, especially if we go
Could
through
be
like a few
interesting, but
floors.
it hasn't kicked. That sort of thing might not
Yeah,
have kicked in yet because you
yeah, 'cause
only just got here. You still have food. You still have full stomachs, right?
yeah. And fun fact for the players to know, since I was thinking about us being trapped in anything, the I did grab a jar which allows me to the alchemy jar jug, which
Oh,
allows
yeah,
it
yeah,
to
yeah.
refill on water. So if we never come across a water source, my jug will always refill once a day.
Yeah.
So we at least have sustainable water until we get out of this area. If
Which is a
nothing
very
else.
important thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So I
didn't take
did thought
anything
about
of
that
that. I
much.
just took healing potions.
Yeah.
Healing potions don't quench your thirst.
It does not quench your thirst. And plus, it's also a pretty good moment where, because like, not only can it make water, it can brew beer, honey, mayonnaise, vinegar,
Any
water
liquid.
salt. Yeah, water, salt, and wine. So at some point, we find like a nice area where we can relax at. Make some wine or some beer, something like that.
Hey
Have our
Rose,
characters
what if it's
kind
the
of relax
world's
out.
greatest wine?
That's true. But yeah. And also apparently it can produce 8 ounces of acid. Why the fuck do I need to pronounce acid? I do not know, but the option is
Well,
there.
depends. Does it mean acid or acid?
It did not specify.
Exactly.
Any
Yes,
liquid, and I'm sorry.
yes, but I'm just saying, like, I
It's
did
not
thought
any
about.
liquid though.
I was thinking of like an ideal where what our characters can like sit around, talk about, and use. So I did got this specific items just for role play purposes, if
Oh yeah,
nothing else.
all good, all good.
Yeah.
Roleplay items are perfectly good. Sometimes they have some really neat uses that you can come up with, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I figured that would be the most helpful as well.
One
So
of
good
the
ways like. Huh?
one of the NPCs in the regular World of Aaron game that
Hmm.
her character Elenia is engaged to has a
Hmm.
magical dagger that also that its a
All it
magic
does
ability
is track!
is if he touches it to you, you can't lie.
Oh,
That's
yes! The
nice.
truth telling. That's Dalian. Dalian is an investigator. He is known for being able to, one, scare the shit out of you, because he is a whisper bard. Two, he'll make you tell the truth. And three, he's not afraid to make it so that you stay in that room as long as you possibly have to. While he's doing all this to you and detecting your thoughts through all of it, he's a terrifying motherfucker when he wants to be.
Oh, I
Also,
completely
the
get that. I'm just
sassiest,
saying.
most loving
I'm just
bastard at the same time.
I'm just saying, like in this dungeon scenario, I at least got something that, if nothing else, characters
Will
can like
helpful be helpful.
just sit down, chat over beer or wine or even honey. You know what I mean?
Here,
Peaceful.
let me pour you a new pint. Where did you get a pint? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Don't ask.
Just enjoy what I have for you. Yeah, but that's pretty much what it is there.
Tasha,
But yeah, that's my deal improvements.
favorite part.
If um when Garrett's pretty much went all Navy SEAL and you can't see me.
I'm a ghost. You're dead.
It,
I'm a ghost. You're dead
Yeah.
again. I'm a ghost. Yet another
pretty
death.
much. Pretty much. And Rose actually wanting to play Yeats the halfling.
Yeet the halfling! I'm so mad that I didn't get a yeet the halfling. That is in my notes for the improvements, and the fact that I did not get to yeet the fucking halfling. I'm so mad at you, Dash. So mad. I wanted to yeet the halfling! I
You are
actually made a
so
strength character
welcome.
for that shit.
I purposely did that for you. You are so welcome.
As, as for improvements, more puzzles.
Oh.
I did put a puzzle and you guys walked away from it. And you've gotten more clues for puzzles. I'll let you know.
Okay.
So
You have the stuff
there's
that
the
Garret's
one
finding for
doorway
language.
there's a one doorway puzzle. It has some stuff on it, but I hadn't fully described it last time because my brain couldn't wrap itself around it. I'm still working on a better description. So that is the doorway that I had mentioned to Rose that I can't remember where it is in the dungeon.
Okay.
But it has a big snake motif to it. It has a design on it that basically has a snake's head and then a snake's body in a specific pattern.
Okay.
And once I get it fully fleshed out, I'm hoping to get a good image of it so that I can show it to you. Because I
Okay.
want it to be a visual experience, not just me trying to tell you about it.
That makes
'Cause
sense.
sometimes I can describe things, and other times, what? Right?
Is that the archway?
I
There's
think it
an
might have
archway
been.
that was battered away from us. More scrape
Nope.
marks, broken door.
That was just one of the doorways you went through. You found a big thing that I had described. You told me about it again a little while back. You said, "Oh yeah, that door,"
Spike.
but you didn't say where it was because I can't remember where it was. I didn't describe it at the time. That's why you don't have a description of it. I said, "Oh, there's a puzzle door, but I can't figure that out right now. So we'll do that
Oh,
later."
is that where we found the inscription?
Yes,
Okay, that's in the shadow room.
that is the Shadow Room Cat.
Yes, it was on the wall, not a door. That was an actual wall. Because we walked out of the prison
That's a
bar,
misinterpretation
and then we
by
went
you
to a
because I said it
wall.
was a door.
You said it was on the wall. I specifically
I said
remember
it was
that because you
part
said it
of the
was...
wall. It is a door.
Okay, so this is a door.
Well, it could be once you open it. Dash, you were trying to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, just be glad you don't have a player character who decided that it would be a fun idea instead of going through the hallways and stuff to just try and kick down the walls all the way through.
I haven't done that yet. That was not me, I don't think.
No, it was not you. It was someone else who did that. But they
Wasn't it
decided just
Wagon
to,
that I had that, and it was what's his
yeah,
face, the stupid
yep,
dwarf that
just,
used the gold for the dumbest,
yep,
most not TOS safe
yep, pretty
event.
much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought so. The dwarf decided to torture somebody with gold. I'm not going to go into how, because we're on stream still, but...
Oh. We don't need to know where they stuck it.
That's actually a fairly accurate.
I didn't need to know where they stuck it when they described it the first time!
Well, let's avoid the conversation now because otherwise we're getting closer to it and you like to talk.
Hmm.
That is fair.
We don't want to break your turn. Or we could end the stream.
If they break the
Good
turn.
guess. We didn't get flagged for it, luckily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't risk it though.
Yeah, no. My improvement is, yes, more puzzles, more NPCs. You know I like my NPCs. You know I like
Hard to put NPCs into this particular situation, but I will let you know the kobold will make a reappearance.
Yeah, my kobold! No killing my kobold! Mine! My precious little child.
Whether the kobold dies or not is up to you guys, I guess.
My kobold! No touching my little scaly friend. Mine. Dragonborn is possessive of this kobold. Mine.
No, the Dragonborn has imprinted on the kobold.
Mine
You sure you're playing a male Dragonborn? some brooding tendencies going on here.
Males do brew. Thank you very much.
Also, just throwing this out here, since you've already kind of started onto it, but didn't fully like latch onto it. When it comes to NPCs, they can either be ghost NPCs or
Sure.
An ideal that I did in my other game are echoes NPCs. Basically, they're echoes of the past that still kind
Oh
of
yeah, I remember that.
remains, but they're not dead. They're not ghosts. They're just echoes. So you still have like a conversation with the what was a creature or being.
Dash, I have a request for you to
Mm-hmm.
educate my boyfriend on,
Hmm.
because I want it to come back with a vengeance. The thing
Okay.
you did to Fergie.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about
Yes.
the blacksmith
What
one
the hell are you doing now?
or the Oh, the distortion.
The
Yes. Yes.
distortion.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That needs to come back with a motherfucking vengeance. This is a great fucking dungeon for that.
Yes. Yes. It is.
You need
I
to
can explain a
educate
little
me
bit.
on that.
I
Because,
can
oh my
explain a little
god.
bit more outside of this, but yeah, that was actually pretty
Yes. Thank you for
Cool,
stopping
cool.
by. Feel free to look at our YouTube at Sarelth, Sarelth, to get all of our social links and all of this stuff. We do weekly updates on our wonderful stuff for parts 1 through
We typically break the
6.
videos up into parts because that's how we download it. Then we put it back up as parts. Then we edit it afterwards and release someday and release those parts as one whole, so it's easier to watch. But then we release the parts individually over a span of weeks. Sometimes we release all the parts for one episode on one day because sometimes maybe somebody wants to watch the whole thing at once.
And we're still
So
learning
very
YouTube.
chaotic.
TLDR. We do content creator things.
Yes.
We do. Come to our YouTube at Sarelth to make sure that you come check out the other places that you can find a bunch of us. At least 2 of us. We love you all, and thank you again for stopping by. We will see you on Sunday, for my game of the heroes in a Rock Tayan. Bye now!